Hey everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope everybody's doing great. Hope everybody's having a great day. And I assume everyone is jumping for joy because we are very close to August 1st. Of course, I'm joking because this has been a very stressful situation for everyone, especially if you have a large number of Bitcoin in any possible way. And I'm sure everyone's just kind of tired of the entire SegWit thing and the entire I'm tired of talking about it. I kind of want to move on with my life. So in anticipation for August 1st, obviously, or rather, I saw this coming. The futures price of Bitcoin Cash has fallen by around 17%, which, I mean, we've seen these numbers before with other coins. We've also seen other coins go up by 40% in a day. So these fluctuations don't really mean that much to me. But at the exact same time, the price of Bitcoin it's up around 6% right now and is currently floating right below 2,900 a coin, which is also to be expected. Like I said before, a couple days ago in a video, I said once people realize that they will be getting free Bitcoin Cash, the market's gonna completely turn, and this is exactly what happened because the word spread. And yeah, so if you have not, I don't know what time it is where everyone is listening to this, but it is very late here, and I think the switch is happening on a lot of exchanges. Like I said before, a lot of exchanges will be stopping any type of trading that has to do with Bitcoin for around 24 hours, just in case that something is going on. But yeah, the price of Bitcoin Cash is currently at 294. It was, I think, 500 a couple days ago, and then before that, there was when the announcement happened, I think the futures price had jumped up to around 900. So it's 1/3 its value of what it was before. But it's going to be insanely interesting to see what happens on August 2nd, because a lot of people are now predicting, of course, like I said before, are now predicting that the price of Bitcoin, like the original one, will drop, and that the value of Bitcoin Cash will not skyrocket, but begin to go up, because a lot of people are now saying, oh, this is exactly what happened with Ethereum. Once again, what I also said, once the Ethereum blockchain had split and Ethereum Cash wasn't a thing, I remember tons of people were selling it. They were like, oh, this isn't the real Ethereum. And they sold it off. And I think the price was around 75 cents. And then I think Ethereum Classic, I think eventually hit $20 a coin. I think it's floating around 13 right now. So it's like history is going to repeat itself. And I think as more people get into Bitcoin Cash, it's going to become more popular. They are already saying at the current price of 294, even where it is right now, that when it becomes official on CoinMarketCap or the other places, it will actually have the 4th spot amongst all coins, which is absolutely crazy because it's going to be brand new. And this is just a prediction. I hate making predictions, but this is what I'm going to say. I think it will eventually hit 1,000. Don't take my word for that. Please, like I always say, please do your own research. But I think that a lot of it is people are afraid. People don't understand what a hard fork is. People don't understand why this hard fork happened. I think it's going to start getting a lot of attention once people realize what it can do. And also, just realistically, guys, it's literally the exact same blockchain from the very beginning. And I told you, people aren't going to want to miss out on a brand new Bitcoin. That's just not something that's going to happen. Like it's not any other altcoin. It's not some new, fantabulous whatever. It's literally built from Bitcoin, except it has an easier time scaling and stuff like that. So we will see where this takes us. I know a lot of people are Bitcoin purists and they're not too happy with this, but I mean, a lot of people weren't happy with Ripple or Ethereum or Litecoin when all these other things came out. So we're going to see. A lot of people are saying that Bitcoin could go above 3,000. And I think at this point it's looking likely because the price is slowly jotting itself up. But who knows what August 1st will hold. So the online exchange Poloniex, I don't use them myself. It's Poloniex. I believe that's the way to spell it. I don't use them. When I was first looking for exchanges, it was between them, Bittrex, and Kraken and Coinbase. I chose Coinbase because they are regulated, and I chose Kraken just because I like what they do, how they look. Like everything on their website looks professional. It's relatively nice. There are certain things that are a little bit difficult to get into when you first started, but I like the website for what it is. I never liked Poloniex. I did not care for it. And a lot of people kept on saying it was the best. It was the greatest thing in the entire world. And then I started hearing reports from other people, exactly what I'm about to say right now. There are people who have been reporting that for weeks not days, not hours, for weeks, that there have been no withdrawals and no deposits being credited to their accounts on the website. There's a guy, he posted online, I forgot the website he posted on, but he said that he apparently his account was hacked, or rather at some point he lost $70,000 worth of coins. He contacted Poloniex and was like, hey, you know, this is a problem, what's going on, etc., etc. And it's been over, I think, 28 days or something like that. He hasn't heard a word from them, which it has to be a horrible feeling, and I hope that never happens to anyone. I'm not even joking. Like, that has to be a horrible feeling. But I told people weeks ago as well, I was reading this on Steemit and other people were talking about it, and I said this is the same exact thing that happened with Cripsy. I remember, it's really sad, I remember when Cripsy was starting to have problems. I remember I tried to deposit, I don't remember which coin, I tried to deposit it onto their website. It didn't credit for about 2 or 3 days, and then when it finally got onto it, I think something happened with the price of one of the other coins. I was like, okay, I got to take this out now so I can have it onto my online wallet so I can do whatever I had to do. And I remember for some reason I kept on trying to withdraw, and I think 2 days later, when it hadn't gone to my offline wallet, I remember I contacted them and I was like, hey, you know, what is going on? They responded within 2-3 hours, which was really great. And I was like, okay, cool. And they were like, oh yeah, you know, it's a problem on our side, we're really sorry, we're going to fix that 1 second. So they canceled the withdrawal and they said, okay, just try it again, it'll definitely work this time. And I think after the 5th time, you know, like when you get that feeling, when you feel like something just isn't right, I got that like really hard, and I was like, yeah, this isn't something that I want to be a part of anymore. And I told some of my other friends, I said, you should probably leave Cripsy right now. And they were like, no, Cripsy is really great. And I was like, guys, get your stuff off right now. And they had like a little messenger thing on the side where you could talk to other people who were on the platform. You know, I don't know what the purpose for that was for. I never found like a reason outside of what I'm about to tell you to talk to other people. But yeah, people were saying that they couldn't take out Bitcoin, they couldn't take out this, they couldn't take out that. So I remember however much I had on Cripsy, I sat there and I was like, no, you're going to find a way to do this because your money's not going to be lost on here. And everyone kept on saying the things that they were trying to do. And the way that I found to take out my money is I converted all of it into Dogecoin, as doggy coin, some people call it. And I literally was able to take out, I think like it was like 10,000 Dogecoin at a time, and it took me about literally 8 hours. I sat here, I'm not even joking, I don't know how much I had to pay in fees from all the transactions. I think I was taking out Litecoin, whatever the case might have been. I got all my money out, and I told people in the chat section, I was like, guys, I just did this, this was the only way. People were saying that they had like $30,000-$40,000 on the website and they had no way to get it off of it. And I think 5 days later, that's when Cripsy completely crashed, and they were like, or bankrupt, or hacked, whatever they story that they had come up with. I was very lucky. So if you have money on Poloniex right now, this is, I mean, try your best to just transfer it into another coin, because I know a lot of people are trying to take out Bitcoin at the moment, and they apparently Litecoin accounts have been frozen since July 20th, which is, I mean, like I said before in other videos, this is a huge red flag. Anytime that if you contact customer service and these people haven't heard from them in 3 weeks, that is a major red flag. So if you don't hear from them, I hope you guys don't have your money on there. I hope you guys have on your own computer so it's a bit more secure, because it is not good for a lot of people. So lastly, like I said in other videos as well, I know I say that phrase a lot. I'm not a fortune teller, but I just say that a lot. So the US has decided that that DAO tokens are now securities. And or rather, they've actually said that a lot of tokens that have come out are now going to be listed as securities, or being sold or taxed as securities. And I keep saying that we're moving very close to regulation, and I think January of this year was like a huge catalyst. Once all the coins started like really picking up steam, and it started getting into Forbes and all these other really big rich people magazines, that is a huge indication that something is coming, because there are a lot of billionaires and millionaires who want to get into cryptocurrencies. If you guys haven't noticed, there are tons of like all these people, all these magazines and all this other stuff, especially on news. I don't myself personally watch Fox News. I actually don't watch any news at all, because I use the internet. So I like pick up stories from here and there. But there are a lot of people. There was a news thing about people on Fox News talking about how great Bitcoin was and all this other stuff. And I'm like, yeah, something's definitely coming. So there are a lot of larger corporations, a lot of companies who have expressed their interest in holding Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as like a hedge against other things. And yeah, so this is definitely coming. These people want this regulated and legalized in some sort of way so that they can also trade and buy and sell these things. It has its upsides and it has its downsides. When money gets pumped into the system, obviously the coins go up. But the problem is that if there are only 21 million of one certain type of coin and someone owns about 80% of it, they can control the price. And this is where things kind of get kind of shaky, because it's kind of clear at this point that if you guys are into that the price of gold and silver are heavily manipulated. There have been former bank members who've come forward and said this exact same thing. And it's kind of, when you look at the price of, I got into it, not to segue on the topic, but I got into a conversation with someone who was talking about that he'd rather invest in gold and silver than he would in cryptocurrencies. And I was like, well, the price of gold has kind of slid across 1200 since I think like 2011 or something like that. And all these cryptocurrencies, I've seen like major fluctuations, but it's also really crazy highs. And I think if these things become regulated and these people actually get into this might be not the beginning of the end, because we'll definitely see some prices. And like I always say, rich people aren't going to get into anything without being able to make tons of money themselves. But it will definitely see like a stabilization in prices. And I don't know if we'll be able to get the same amount of gains that we did before. But who knows, that these people might have a huge plan to actually make Bitcoin 55,000 per coin. I don't know these people. I can't tell you what their future plans are. But yeah, so this is from the website cryptonews.net, and this is about the SEC talking about the regulation of coins and having them as securities. So, and I quote, "The SEC has concluded that as an unregistered sale of securities, the DAO token sale violated federal law. However, no legal action will be taken. Rather, this ruling is designed to establish guidelines for the future of initial coin offerings." SEC Chairman Jay Clayton stressed the importance of protecting consumers, stating, "Investors need the essential facts behind any investment opportunity so that they can fully make informed decisions, and today's report confirms that sponsors of offerings conducted through use of distributed ledger or blockchain technology must comply with securities laws." So it seems at this point, the big guys are coming. So like I said before, we saw this coming, and it's not like a doom and gloom thing. Like, this was going to happen. You can't make $100 million in a day and not have people kind of scrutinize you. They've already stepped forward with ICOs and stuff like that, and this was logically the next step. Alrighty, guys, it is actually really late here. Getting ready for the August 1st festivities. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing okay. Hope you guys have moved your money around accordingly. If you were trying to get Bitcoin Cash for free, which I hope many of you are, if you have the opportunity to, because there's no reason not to get free money. It's free money. Like everyone likes free money. But yeah, I'll try to update you guys on anything that's happening as far as the actual blockchain split, if something crashes, if anything goes wrong. But at this point, it's looking like it'll be a standard hard fork, and yeah. Alrighty, guys, I hope you guys have a great day, great evening, great afternoon, great morning, wherever you are listening to this. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you all soon. See you.